What's good, everybody? This your boy, Mr. Pound for Pound himself. It is definitely going down. That's all I'm going to say. It's going down. Well, actually, I don't know how down it's going to go in this fight, because this fight might be a stinker. It might be boring, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm doing my pre-fight. Bernard Hopkins, Chad Dawson, number 2. It's the rematch. Definitely going to go down, maybe. Kind of. Hopefully. So I'm just going to give, a quick breakdown. Everybody out there, that watching my videos, the guys that I chat with stuff, get at me. Tell me what you think. Let's talk about it. Give me your perspective, your views about it. I'm going to go into the first fight. If you saw the first fight, you already know what I'm talking about. If you didn't find the first fight, watch it. It was kind of lame. You know what I mean? It was a quick fight. It was 2 rounds. There wasn't much action in the first round. And in the second round, Chad Dawson kind of picks Bernard up and drops him on his shoulder. And his shoulder pops out of place. And then we have this no contest fight. And it was, it was for the light heavyweight title, WBC. It was lame. You know what I mean? It was a fight that I was happy for. I was waiting for. I love Bernard. You know what I'm saying? I was wanting to see Bernard once again knock off one of these young dudes that just think they're world beaters. You know what I mean? And they're not. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to see Bernard, who is an old school veteran, legend, definite Hall of Famer, knock off another young gun. I like riding with the old guy, man. I mean, he's putting it down. 47 years old. Imagine what you guys are going to be doing at 47 years old. You're probably not going to be fighting young, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32-year-old heavyweight champions or middleweight champions or anything. You know what I'm saying? You'll probably be on vacation or retired or playing golf. Or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But you're not going to be in the ring taking world-class punches. And so Bernard Hopkins will always be respected for this late career. You know what I mean? So all respect to Bernard. I actually personally, my pre-fight, I had Bernard by decision. I thought Bernard was going to do what he does. His Bernard Hopkins stuff. You know what I mean? His classic boxing. And a little bit of dirty boxing mixed up with defense and bullying. And that's his style. It's a combination of a lot of styles. You know what I mean? And I like it. I've always liked Bernard's style. Except for, when it gets a little too tedious and boring. And then, then I got to turn my head from the television. But he still gets the victory. And that still goes down in history. So, with that being said, I thought Bernard was going to beat Chad Dawson the same way he beat Jean Pascal. That didn't happen. Instead, we got a circus show. We got 2 clowns in the ring that one slipped on a banana. The other one tried to grab him and just couldn't hold him, and he fell. Well, actually, it was more of a throw, and this whole fight should have been thrown off television. It was whack. All the hype that was built up, and then it got shot. So hopefully that doesn't happen in this rematch. And in the rematch, my prediction is short and sweet. I'm going to ride with the old guy, Bernard Hopkins. He's one of my favorite fighters. Chad Dawson, I could really care less about. So I hope Bernard beats him and eventually sometime soon walks off into the sunset. And I think Bernard can beat him if he does his same Bernard stuff, but he has to be more active. He has to throw a little bit more punches because at some point, Chad Dawson could be nasty. And at any point, he can come in there and start raining punches on Hopkins and not respect his age. Because at some point, Hopkins is going to slow down. He's going to show father time in that ring. He showed it a little bit in the first fight. You can just tell by reflexes. When a person is fainting or flinches at a guy and then he reacts late. These are things boxers can pick up. Maybe not the general public and general people watching the fight, but boxers, like myself and other people that know fighting and actually are in the ring, you can see when a guy's slowing down. And I don't know how long Bernard's going to be able to get away with it. He got caught in the Pascal fight. That was a prime example of his reflexes going downhill. Because Bernard usually doesn't get hit with those shots, and usually when he does, we don't see him go down. So I wonder if it's getting close to the end. But like I said, in this fight, I'm still going to roll Bernard Hopkins. I still think he's a great fighter. I think he always comes with a good strategy. And I think he knows how to wear guys down. It's not necessarily he's a better boxer than the other guy. He's the better fighter. You know what I mean? And he solves the problem, the puzzle. Gets it done. Gets the job done at the end of the day. And you always got to respect that about Bernard. Even if you don't like his style, even if you don't, whatever the case may be, he wins fights. And, it's kind of rare. You don't really see him in these big, high controversial fights, So all credit to Bernard. I got him again in the rematch since the first fight to me really didn't even happen. I'm going to go with him as if the first fight didn't happen. I'm going with Bernard Hopkins once again. I think he's going to find a way to beat Chad Dawson. I think Chad Dawson's a good fighter. I don't think he's like champion quality. Like I wouldn't want him to represent the division against, other world beaters, in that division. But if he does, it's all good. It's whatever. I'd rather see Bernard. I'd like to see Bernard win, win the light heavyweight title and walk off into the sunset, personally. So I'm riding Bernard Hopkins. Everybody go ahead, get at me. Let me know what you think. Keep it positive. If you do, if you don't, it's all good. I'll just come back at you with something. So anyways, you guys have a good time. Have a good night. Go ahead, get at me. Peace.